Hi everybody, I'm back with a brand new eyebrow tutorial for you today. So these are my natural eyebrows. I don't have a lot of hair, they are tattooed on, but when I do my makeup I always add a little bit more onto them. So the look that I'm showing you today is my every single day eyebrow look. It's very easy to do and I'm going to show you how to do it. So this is the finished result. You can see it's nice and light and soft at the start and more defined and sharper at the tail. So the first product we're going to use is the 3-in-1 brow sculpt in the shade medium, and we're just going to trace underneath the eyebrow and then tiny bit back just there, and then do the top, joining the lines together. So you're just going to work with what you already have. Okay, that's all we're doing today. So at the start of the eyebrow I'm using a very light hand because that's how I'm going to achieve that ombre soft look, and I'm just following the arch and down to the tail there. You can see now I'm going to go a little bit further back, and again a very light hand, and I'm just joining the lines together at the tail. Now don't worry about any mistakes or it not being very sharp. I'm going to show you a conceal and sculpt technique to really take your brow game to another level. And now I'm just flicking in some hairs at the start there. Again, a very soft hand to help me achieve that natural looking eyebrow. And I'm just following it in between the lines now very briefly. I'm gonna go ahead now, grab my spoolie and just go over the brows just to soften the look, but also the pencil is a little bit waxy, so it's going to help to kind of keep my eyebrows in shape and where I want them for the rest of the day. Now I'm going to add one more step just because I don't have the hairs, but this is the brow kit in 02. I'm going to take an angled brush and pick up a little bit of the powder, and then I'm going to flick it through the eyebrow. So at the start, again, a very small amount, a very light hand to help me achieve that soft eyebrow look. And then as I get towards the arch and the tail, I'm going to add a little bit more powder because I want it a little bit more defined. Now, you might not have to do this, but I don't have the eyebrow hairs there, so I feel that I need a little bit more coverage in my eyebrows to help me feel like I can take over the world. If my eyebrows are on point, the day is going to be good. You can see there, it's just kind of covered up the skin underneath. Now, here's the fun part. We're going to go in with a light coloured concealer and a concealer brush. So this is shade 010 in the clay concealer. You want a shade 1 or 2 shades lighter than your foundation. It's really going to help us to carve out the eyebrow, clean up any mistakes, and then also turn it into an eyeshadow primer. So I will concentrate the majority of the concealer underneath the arch of my eyebrow, and you can see straight away that there's a big difference there already. It's cleaned it up, especially if you've got any odd hairs that you've not managed to tweeze, or you've made a few boo-boos. This makes all the difference. Even if you have the eyebrow hairs there, you just adding a concealer underneath your eyebrow will make it pop and make it stand out. So I'm just going to go ahead and slowly pull down the concealer onto the rest of the eyelid, and then I will tap it out with my ring finger. Make sure you've got your clean hands. And then what you can do after this as well, you can grab your normal powder or a very light coloured eyeshadow and just tap or brush the eyeshadow or the powder over the concealer on the eye, just to kind of help it set, and you won't get any bits of crease lines on there. But already look how much more brighter that whole eye area is, and the eyebrow. Look at the difference. There's a big difference there. And then when you add your eyeshadow on as well, your eyeshadow's got something to cling to, so it will help to intensify the eyeshadow. Remember, sisters, not twins, okay? Eyebrows do not have to be symmetrically perfect. As long as they look related, that's fine. And a nice top tip here as well, if you've got your concealer brush, kind of wipe any excess off in the back of your hand and dab it over the start of the eyebrows if you really like that ombre effect on your eyebrows. But that's it.